The Call of the Spirit on the Yosemite cliffside. The legend of the Ahwahneechee people tells of a sacred land embraced by towering granite cliffs and ancient pine forests. At the heart of this valley lies a place the tribe calls Ah-wah-nee, meaning wide mouth, and it is home to many unfathomable mysteries. The story begins many generations ago with a young Ahwahneechee man named Urich, who possessed a brave and curious spirit. Although a skilled hunter, Urich was more captivated by the music of nature than by the hunt. He loved to climb the rocks to listen to the wind whistling through the canyons and the mighty roar of Chaluk, known as the giant waterfall, the tallest cascade in this land. The sound of Chaluk echoed throughout the valley. The tribe believed its roar was the voice of a great nature spirit, but only Urich heard a different whisper, a mysterious and alluring murmur. It sounded like a song sung by a beautiful woman, and it always seemed to emanate from the cliffs near the waterfall. One day, while tracking a deer, Urich heard the whisper more clearly than ever before. It was no longer just a song, but a voice calling his name. Urich, Urich. The voice was so sweet and yet so strangely full of loneliness, as if someone was waiting for him there. Urich decided to follow the sound to a steep cliffside. The voice led him to a place the tribe called Ah-wah-nee, or the place of the strong wind, a spot where the wind was so powerful it seemed to make the waterfall's sound shift and move. There, Urich found a young woman. Her raven black hair was long and flowing, her eyes sparkled like morning dew, and her clothes were woven from blooming wildflowers. She introduced herself as Ah-wah-nee, the guardian spirit of the wind and water. She confessed that she had been watching Urich for a long time and was captivated by the purity of his heart. The two spent many days and nights talking openly. Ah-wah-nee showed Urich the hidden beauties of nature and told him stories about the land that few people knew. Urich fell deeply in love with Ah-wah-nee, thinking of her with every breath. Their love grew, but a sad tale was hidden behind it. Ah-wah-nee was not just a guardian spirit. She was a captive soul. She was cursed to never leave the land of Ah-wah-nee and was compelled to seek out the souls of those enchanted by her voice to lead them to become part of the land itself. Ah-wah-nee warned Urich many times of the danger, but his love for her made him ignore her warnings. Then one day, Ah-wah-nee asked Urich to climb to the highest cliff to watch the sunrise together. Urich was thrilled and full of hope, imagining a life with Ah-wah-nee forever. But when they reached the summit, Urich heard the whisper again. This time, it was not the sweet voice he knew, but a roar filled with rage and malevolence. The sound grew louder and louder, and it seemed to be coming from Ah-wah-nee herself. Ah-wah-nee now looked different. Her eyes had turned a fiery red, and her hair whipped mildly in the wind. In a hoarse voice, she told Urich, "It is time for you to be mine forever." Urich was terrified and tried to pull away, but Ah-wah-nee's pull was immense. He tried to struggle, but his body was drained of strength. He stood motionless on the edge of the cliff, unable to move. Just as Ah-wah-nee was about to push him, Urich cried out in desperation, "I love you, Ah-wah-nee. My love for you won't let you be like this." Urich's last words created a miracle. Ah-wah-nee paused for a moment, her face filled with confusion and sorrow. The red light in her eyes slowly faded, replaced by hidden pain. Her voice returned to its sweet tone. "Urich, you must go. I cannot let you suffer as I do." Suddenly, the wind blew with an intense force, making Urich close his eyes tightly. When he opened them again, Ah-wah-nee was gone. All that remained was an empty space and the sound of Chaluk roaring louder than before. Urich descended from the cliff with a broken heart and never returned to Ah-wah-nee. Since then, the Ahwahneechee tribe has passed down the legend of the spirit of the wind named Ah-wah-nee, a legend of a female spirit who lures people close to the cliffs and pushes them into the abyss to end their journey. Urich's story is used as a lesson and a warning to be careful when approaching the waterfall. reminding people that enchanting beauty can hide unpredictable danger. And no matter how much time passes, the elders still believe that sometimes, if you listen closely, you can hear Wyona's sad whisper carried on the wind, as if she's calling for her beloved in her eternal solitude. The legend of Yosemite continues to remind people of the power of nature and the unseen things hidden behind its beauty, but for Urich, it was the legend of a forbidden love that changed his life forever.